Hello and welcome to another episode of Christina Lee Meditation AU. My name is Christina Lee and today we're going to be painting this adorable little Easter Tealight holder. So the mold that I use Ultracal 30 if you guys were wondering. The mold I use is from the Happy Dotting Company. It's design mold number 1 for the Tealights. And those are the paints that I use, and I will also list that in the description below. But to get started, I do a base layer of a gesso. I do that for all my pieces that I do. This one I believe it was either a clear or white gesso. But I'm coming back in with a top layer of white. I'm using the Culture Hustle white. It's a very bright white. You can also use a titanium white from Golden Fluid or any other brand. I'm just using this one because it's what I had and I'd like to use it and not have it sit on my shelf all the time. So I thought this would be a great way to use that white personally. The reason why I sponge it on is because I get streaks otherwise when I'm using a paintbrush, and for the white color, for the white background, that really shows up quite a bit more than the black does. So I'm jumping right in with the Martha Stewart pearl paints. These are some of my favorite paints. I love to dot with them. They're the perfect consistency. You don't have to thin them out. And they are, when they dry, they're so beautiful. They're very pearly. And I've never experienced another kind of paint that's quite this pearlescent, and they're really beautiful. And this one in the little cups that I'm using, the Lilac, is from Arteza. It's also a really wonderful brand that I like to use. Thought the colors would look really nice together. We're just taking our time dragging these dots. This is a sped up video, so if you just consider these dots probably took maybe twice as long. This is not a rush. Just take your time with each one of these steps and, think about where each dot goes and where you want it, like dragging the dots where you want that to end. The pearl pink is a really nice, fun color too. It's interesting. It's much darker on a light background than on a dark background. It's much lighter. So I think that white really just makes these stand out, which is great. This is the Duckling by Martha Stewart. Also another really beautiful yellow. I don't really care for yellow too much, but you can't really do an Easter project without yellow, right? And so I felt like this was the only yellow I had that felt like a true yellow, but didn't want to make me vomit. Yeah, I really just said that. So you can design this any way you want. I'm just filling in some space here. And this I'm just drawing lines straight down from the center of those blue dots that I did. And my cat's trying to help, which is funny. So here we're making the little bunny. You want to make sure and leave enough room where there is space to put the ears. I wish I would have left just a tiny bit more room, but it worked out fine. I think they're still super cute. Can't really see it, but originally I had these ears much more separated, and it turned out looking like kind of like a dog from the backside. So I had to scrape those ears off and then come back in and touch up the white paint and then come back and repaint the ears. So that's what's happening here. I think it turned out much better. I didn't know it, but on bunny rabbits the ears kind of come out of the middle of the head, which is super adorable. And I decided to kind of rotate every other bunny to be green or blue. And this green, I believe, is the Pastel green by Arteza as well. Fantastic color. When I think of Easter, I think of pastels, so there you go. If you look at all my videos, you're gonna see the same tools that I use all the time. And hopefully you have these tools if you like to follow along with my work. I'll list those below as well, along with everything that I'm using on this piece, but I'm kind of a creature of habit, and once I learn the tools, I really have a hard time going with anything else, because you kind of get to know the paints and the tools and the personalities of each, and you don't have to really guess as much as what size you're gonna need. You just kind of figure it out and you go for it, which is nice. So here I'm adding on the little feet or the hind legs of the bunny rabbit. It's just so adorable. And you don't have to do this piece. You can take the design of the bunny and put it into a totally different mandala. Like, I've seen a couple of people already recreate this on an egg, which is, you know, perfect for Easter, right? So I wanted to do something very different than what I normally do. I feel like the mandalas that I do, they're always, like, they're all very beautiful, but they're also serious to me. They kind of feel that way. And this one is so playful and something that I've never quite done before. And it was a stretch for me. It was definitely a challenge, but it was a lot of fun. So I wanted to just talk about this really quick. You can add any flowers you want to this. I just think of tulips as kind of, you know, Easter. It's like that time of year anyway. And it's a very simple movement. You get your dot on there and you're just barely dragging the paint out from the dot on the three sides. And some of them kind of remind me a little bit of sporks, especially if you get the little petals or the spork part a little too long. Sorry about the blurriness. If you know my work by now, you know that there's at least one cut of the video where it's going to be blurry. But my nail stylus is quite in focus on the background there. So these are kind of just sort of randomly placed. It's not anything real precise, no real serious measurements. I am trying to get them in about the same spot in each of those little sections, but by no means is it perfect. And you can do this any way you want. I do want to share though that I have a Facebook page and a Facebook group where people will do this challenge. They don't have to do this piece in particular, especially if they don't have the mold. It's not required. You can use the colors. It's mostly a color challenge, by the way. But, you know, you can do this on any type of surface. It's not really anything very official and serious. It's more for fun and learning. But at the end of the challenge, usually it's the end of the month, we get to share all of our pieces and see what everybody's come up with. And it's fun and neat to see the different ways that people interpret designs. Like, we all have our own styles, whether we're still developing them or, you know, just honing our craft. Now these little things, they are chicks, but I've had about 50-50 of people calling them ducks, ducks or chicks, and it doesn't matter. The paint color is called Duckling, so there you go, right? Wanted to just show real quick how it's okay not to rush through a project. Like, just take one element of it, really think about it, concentrate and focus on it, and when you're finished with it, just take a step back and appreciate how your piece looks then after you've done that and the progress that you've made. It's never a rush. And just sit back and enjoy the process. So this tiger lily, it is, again, one of my favorite oranges. It's such a pretty color. It's very pearlescent and it's like a very true orange. Like, I have a lot of oranges, but they all kind of have this shifty color to it, or like there's just something else happening within the orange. But this is just a lovely orange, and that's why I used it in this piece. Okay, and then tell me that this is not the most adorable thing with those little eyes. And you can use any black for that, by the way. So at this point in the design, this is kind of how I design most of my things. Like, I've got the main elements there, and now it's kind of like bringing in the best supporting actors and kind of filling in the space a little bit. I wanted to talk about those two little dots you just saw too. The two little purple dots. A lot of times when I'm dotting around a canvas, I get to the end, there's not enough space for a whole dot, and that sometimes can feel very frustrating. And then you squeeze another dot in there and have it like overlap? And the conclusion that I came up with is just finding a tool that's small enough that will fit two little dots in between there, and visually it's not going to disrupt the flow of your eye with that little spot. And it's also a cute little detail. Like, yeah, this is not a very perfect piece, and yeah, it's okay to make these slight modifications. And the two little dots just are dainty and darling, and another part of the design element, and don't be afraid to add those if you ever need them. So anyways, my 2 cents. But the blue line in the middle, nailed it. The little grass. Isn't that so cute? When you do this, I would encourage you to do like 1 or 2 of the strands at a time, kind of let them dry, and then go back and add more. And you'll see that a little bit later in the video. And the reason why I do that is because if you do too many at once, it just kind of turned into this sloppy, muddy sort of mess. And we don't want sloppy and muddy. We want cute and adorable. So just to let you know, you can do this part, but I actually go back and I make those pink little dots bigger because I feel like it didn't really fit in the space very well. So I leave that up to you. You don't have to follow my sizing and everything that I do exactly. You can decide, like, if you've got more space somewhere, you can do something a little larger. It is totally up to you. So you see here, I'm just kind of coming back and filling in some of that a little bit more. And this pink dot, it's just kind of filling that space in a little more too. It almost kind folk arty sort of feel to it, but also kind of modern. I feel like folk art is a little bit more a throwback to, you know, about 100 years ago, where there was a lot of hand-painted furniture and stuff. This is definitely hand-painted, and the themes are kind of in alignment, but, you know, back then they didn't have like pearly colors, and most of the backgrounds usually weren't white, and it was kind of a little bit more faded in that sense. So these are just the fun little details. Purple and orange together are super beautiful, and I thought it would just add a little pop of something exciting with those little orange dots next to the purple. So here we're just going to fill in the top section. Those little bunny rabbits, those little white tails. Just precious. So here I'm kind of doing this little bit of a swoop as a, you know, like a bunch of tulips. The tulips have leaves, and they kind of wrap around the flower, and as they're starting to bud, they sort of open up and the leaves of the tulips kind of fold out. So that's what's going on there. And then in a little bit after those dry, I will come in and I'll add a little bit of the kind of more grass to that area. But I wanted to be intentional about adding the leaves first and then the grass afterwards. And this part I think might have been the funnest part for me. I don't know why. I'm kind of weird. Just adding those dainty little details are so fun, pretty. So in here, I decided to put the center dot right over, kind of right on the other side of that ledge where the center of the blue dot is. And then walking the dots out with 5 dots. You can do as many that's going to fit if you're doing this design. But I did that because the bunny ears kind of got in the way, and I didn't want to compete with the bunny ears. And it also actually kind of draws attention to those ears. That's really adorable. So I think you know what's happening on the inside here. Super cute. Anyway, we're about done here, but if you have any questions or, you know, you want to watch more of my videos, you should definitely subscribe to my channel and also join the Facebook group. We've got such a wonderful, fun group of artists in there. It's just a hoot, and we would love to have you there. And enjoy, and definitely share if you've got any if you've done any parts of this. I'd love to see it. So if you have any other questions, it's probably listed in the description below. Thanks a lot.